On December 10, 2021, in Barangay Bagantepe, Muang, North Cotabato, Philippines, a quiet farming town, a horror would unfold that stunned the nation. Two teenage siblings, Chris Gwyn Maguad, 18, and Chris Louis Boy Maguad, 16, were found brutally murdered in their own home. Their adopted sister, Janice Sabil Emulan, 16, was the sole survivor, and soon became the prime suspect. This is the story of the Maguad siblings massacre, a chilling betrayal from within. Some say it was jealousy. Others whisper it was obsession. An obsession with a certain horror movie, Orphan. Part 1, The Calm Before the Storm. The Maguad family was respected. The father, Cruz, was a teacher. The mother, Lavella, was a principal. Their 3 children lived a quiet, structured life in a modest home. In July 2021, they opened their home and hearts to Janice, a working student introduced through a church connection. She was taken in like one of their own. But cracks began to show. Janice was reportedly caught stealing 10,000 pesos from the family. She was confronted, but forgiven. Gwyn defended her. They let it go. On December 10, Cruz and Lavella left home around 2 p.m. to attend a meeting. The 3 teenagers remained behind. What happened next would be remembered forever. Part 2, The crime scene. Around 3:15 p.m., the parents received a call from a neighbor. Strange noises had come from the Maguad house. Rushing home, Cruz opened the door and saw a nightmare. Gwyn was lying lifeless, stabbed 32 times. Her brother Boy was bound and gagged, with over 50 stab wounds and blunt force injuries from a bat and hammer. Blood stained nearly every room. The weapons, kitchen knives, machetes, even a hammer, had come from their own home. Nothing was stolen. Janice emerged from a back room. Her hair was wet. She said she had just gotten out of the shower. She claimed 3 masked intruders broke in, beat her siblings, and left her unharmed. She posted desperate Facebook messages like "Please help us" and "They're in the house." But when police reviewed the crime scene, her story began to unravel. Part 3, Inconsistencies and Evidence. Police found no signs of forced entry. No broken windows. No picked locks. Janice's story was inconsistent. She claimed she hid in the bathroom, but the door had no lock. She said she didn't see the attackers' faces, yet described their heights and weapons. Blood-stained clothing belonging to Janice was discovered in a creek behind the house, along with the torn shirt she had worn that day. Fingerprints on the murder weapons matched Janice. By December 16, the police had enough. Janice was arrested. Her alleged accomplice, Esmeraldo Canedo Jr., a 17-year-old church altar boy and close friend, was also taken into custody. Both confessed. And the motive? Jealousy. Part 4, Jealousy and the Orphan Obsession. Janice reportedly told investigators that she had grown tired of being treated like an outsider. She felt Gwyn got everything: love, praise, trust. She believed that she, the adopted one, was always second best. But that wasn't all. Investigators uncovered a disturbing detail: Janice had become obsessed with the movie Orphan. In the film, a woman pretends to be a young girl, infiltrates a family, and begins murdering out of jealousy and manipulation. Janice had reportedly watched it multiple times. Notes in her journal hinted at fantasies of being seen and getting even. She allegedly identified with the antagonist. The parallels were too close to ignore: a girl pretending to be innocent, destroying a family from within. Part 5, The Trial and Sentencing. Both Janice and Esmeralda were minors. However, because of the gravity of their crimes, They were tried and sentenced under the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act's provisions for heinous offenses. The court found them guilty beyond reasonable doubt of 2 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. Both Sabeel and her accomplice were sentenced to an indefinite period of 22 to 37 years of imprisonment. The verdict sparked emotional reactions across the country. Hashtags like #Justice for Maguad siblings trended online. People were outraged that such cruelty came from within a family's own home. Part 6, Aftermath and Legacy. The Maguad parents, crushed by grief, have largely stayed out of the public eye. They continue to honor their children's memory quietly. In 2025, the case was dramatized in a 2-part television special titled The Silent House, reigniting discussions around adoption, mental health, and juvenile crime. Schools began hosting seminars about psychological screening, adolescent trauma, and the dangers of unchecked media influence. The house where the crime occurred still stands. Locals call it cursed. Children dare each other to walk past it. Some believe they see shadows in the windows at night. Others say they hear faint cries carried on the wind. Closing thoughts. The Maguad siblings massacre was not just a crime, it was a betrayal of trust, love, and innocence. Janice wasn't a stranger. She was a daughter, a sister, a friend. And yet, consumed by jealousy and possibly driven by a twisted obsession with fiction, she turned that home into a slaughterhouse. This case is a warning. That evil doesn't always come from outside. Sometimes, it grows quietly, right inside the family. And sometimes, it wears the face of a child. Thank you for watching Haunted Syntax. If this case shook you as much as it did us, consider subscribing for more true crime content. And remember, real monsters don't always live in stories. Sometimes, they sleep under the same roof.